Could the feud between Prince William and Prince Harry be quietly opening a dark new chapter for the future of the British monarchy? This isn't just a question stirring the minds of political and social observers in the UK. It's a grave warning from one of the monarchy's most seasoned commentators, Andrew Norman Wilson. In a recent article that sparked intense public debate, Wilson firmly declared that if the rift between the two royal brothers isn't resolved, the future of the royal family, and indeed, the monarchy itself, could be heading toward collapse. Wilson emphasized that the division between William and Harry has transcended the boundaries of a private family dispute. It has evolved into an institutional crisis with potentially far-reaching consequences. According to him, if King Charles passes away and William ascends the throne while remaining estranged from his brother, Harry, a self-exiled royal with a global media platform, could become a destabilizing force for the crown. Wilson issued this chilling assessment: "It's no exaggeration to say that this row could one day begin the process that leads to a republic. And that could come much sooner than we royalists might like to admit." What makes Wilson's warning even more urgent is the reality that Harry, despite stepping back from royal duties and relocating to the United States with his wife and children, still wields significant influence. Through his Netflix productions, headline-making interviews with Oprah Winfrey, his controversial memoir Spare, and his carefully cultivated image as a wounded son of a rigid institution, Harry has embedded himself into the hearts and minds of millions, not just in Britain, but across the globe. Wilson argues that if the anger and unresolved trauma are not addressed, Harry could easily become a central actor in a political drama that the royal family is desperate to avoid. Delving deeper into the roots of the rift, Wilson doesn't shy away from highlighting the emotional scars of their childhood, the broken marriage of their parents, the sudden and controversial death of Princess Diana, malicious rumors about Harry's paternity, and a lifelong sense of inferiority bred from constantly standing in the shadow of his older brother. Who wouldn't feel inferior living under the shadow of the heir to the throne? Wilson asks. That single question doesn't just shine a light on Harry's personal suffering, it helps explain why resentment, self-doubt, and the need for recognition have persisted so powerfully into adulthood. Recently, a private meeting was held between representatives of King Charles and the communications team of Harry and Meghan, reportedly at the Royal Overseas League in London. It's a sign that behind closed doors, some quiet reconciliation efforts may be underway. However, notably absent from this meeting were any representatives of William and Catherine. A source close to the royal family revealed that the couple were not invited and are treating the talks with extreme caution. The fact that the meeting was leaked to the press only deepens suspicions about its sincerity and its prospects for success. Wilson concludes his piece with a direct appeal to Prince William, the man many see as the future face of a modern, resilient monarchy. He writes that all those who truly care about the survival of the institution must be urging William to offer an olive branch, even if symbolic, to his rebellious, unpredictable younger brother. Because if not, this cold estrangement could become a fracture that threatens to bring down the entire House of Windsor. The question now is no longer about who's right or wrong. It is whether this family, broken and bruised as it is, can set aside the past in order to safeguard the future of a centuries-old institution, at a time when public faith and tradition is more fragile than ever. What do you think? Could the UK truly become a republic in the not-so-distant future? Should William reconcile with Harry before taking the throne? And what role, if any, should Harry still play in this centuries-old narrative, now that he's stepped away from the crown? If you're fascinated by the untold stories behind palace walls, the invisible wars within the royal family, and the shadows cast behind the golden glow of the throne, Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll be back with more insights, analysis, and revelations about one of the oldest living institutions on Earth, the British monarchy.